Hi guys, it's album review time. All for the King and the album Darkest Before Dawn. This album's coming out on the 29th of March. This is a Swedish Christian metal band. Thank you to the band for sending me this early. This is the third album from this band. The last album, Let There Be Light, came out in 2021. I've got to say, I love Let There Be Light. But this album is a real step up, and that's what you want from your bands. You want them to improve with every release. Let There Be Light was great. This is even better. It's an amazing album. I think it's quite a step up as well. You know, when you listen to this album, you're blown away, not just musically and songwriting, as you always should be, but production is immense on this. It is really good. It's so powerful. It's big sounding. And I think, you know, when you get this band is very sort of like a doomy sort of band. They've got them Sabbath, Candlemass, Sorcerer type feels, epic doom if you like. And when you get a great production with that, it just really expands the band, this sort of band, even more. The drums are huge, the guitars really cut through nicely. It's beautifully balanced and it's a really great production. One of the best I've heard this year, without a doubt. I said they've improved. They really have. They delve into not just doomy sort of metal. There's sort of other genres they go to, like more heavy rock sometimes. But there's other elements that they had on Let There Be Light. They had this sort of grungy sound now and again in some of the elements of their songs. That's gone, in my opinion. And they've really brought forward that like Sabbathy, classic metal feel. And all the better for it, man. It's a brilliant album. So in this band, Anders Collersfors on the drums. Not just the sound of these drums where they sound huge, they just pound and pound. There's some great drumming throughout, and I think sometimes with doom metal, which a lot of this album covers, I think people sort of think it might be easier to play. I'm totally opposite, I would have thought. You know, this is about keeping such a tight rhythm section, and Anders Collersfors on the drums and Andre Alov on the bass just do a brilliant job. And saying not just, you know, the way they play as well, which is so tight, the sound as well, very bassy, the drums are right up in the mix, so you can hear every little instrument perfectly playing. Just amazing stuff. Then we've got Richard Holtake on the vocals. Yeah, he's got a really powerful, what you want someone who's got a really powerful voice in epic doom as well in these sort of songs. You know, someone like a Tony Martin or Doogie White, you know, someone with power in that classic metal vein. That's what you've got with this vocalist. Amazing performance. And then on the guitar you've got Eric Tilling. Just brilliant. I'm saying the mix on this album is brilliant, bringing out the best. The guitars are right up in the mix. It's just riff after riff. I love the sound of the guitar. The tone is beautiful. The band are amazing. So, getting on to my favourite songs on this album. We start off with like an intro called Darkest Before Dawn. So the title track, it's about a minute and a half, and we get this sort of like riff setting you up for the first proper song, which is The Seventh Seal. I can't believe I did a reaction to this a year ago, a long time ago. This is like a slow to medium paced track, doomy, Sabbathy, epic feel is really present here. That dampened riff in the verse is just brilliant, and then it sort of opens up into this chorus that opens and soars, and I love the difference, yeah, between the verses and the chorus, because you get this lot of doomy feel, and then it opens up into this soaring sort of almost uplifting chorus, but they meld together perfectly. It's a brilliant song. Because with doom metal sometimes, and you know, like I say, that it's not every one of these songs is doom metal, but when they do doom metal, they do it so well. And with other bands in this genre, sometimes it can feel a bit of a slog, you know. Not with this. It feels like there's some real energy in this band, and you can feel that with every single song. And this track really brings some great light and shade to it all the way through. What such an interesting listen, such great songwriting. What a start to the album. Then we got Light in the Dark. Wow, man. That riff, such an excellent riff, that doomy riff mixed with that bluesy vocal going over it. It's just hitting hard with that 70s metal feel. Vocalist really giving his all here. Amazing stuff, using sort of metal power, then his falsetto at times as well. And that tone, man, it's almost at times when he hits that bluesy tone, almost like Glenn Hughes-esque. Brilliant stuff. On their last album, this is right where the band hit hard as well on Let There Be Light, in this heavy, doomy sound. Amazing song. Stay Awake is the next track. A really catchy riff that almost reminds me of Ain't Talking About Love by Van Halen. It's got that sort of feel to it, and even the effects he's got on the guitar. This is more of a melodic hard rock feel. Really great song. Synths sort of go through this song, add that cool melodic rock feel to the track as well. I love the band, how they excel at every genre. So it's almost like when bands touch upon, I think doom is where you would place this band, but then they touch upon other genres and they excel at that. That's not easy. You know, when you get a band outside of their comfort zone, it might be a good song, but it wouldn't be an excellent song. I think this is an excellent song. I absolutely love this. I've rated this song as high as the first two. That's how good it is. A great melodic rock track. Surely a single as well. Next up, we got Fearless. We return to the epic doom side of the band again. I get very Candlemass vibes here for sure. The vocals following the riff, as it does sometimes in doom metal, perfectly. The chorus gives me sort of Tony Martin era Sabbath feels. Slow, doomy, heavy, and brilliant. Blind Leading the Blind is the next track. It's a classic metal riff, sort of blasts its way through the speakers. An ultra heavy bass goes through the verses, and then the guitar joins in until that riff from the intro hits really hard in the chorus. The chorus on this one might not be as immediate as the other songs we've heard so far, but this groove this song has got is just outstanding. Then I want to talk about Welcome. This was a single as well. It was released a few months ago. I reacted to this one. It has a heavy, Sabbathy, bluesy feel to it. Again, that metal groove that runs through this track is amazing. An outstanding track that really sort of melds heavy rock and metal perfectly. And the last track I want to talk about is Mind Pollution. This is the last track as well. This has a cool sort of modern feel to it, almost something you might hear from like Alter Bridge or something like that. It's an amazing song though. A damping string verse leads to an excellent modern heavy rock chorus that just soars to the heavens. Pardon the pun. Very catchy, very anthemic, a brilliant, brilliant song. Guys, that's my review of the newest All for the King album, Darkest Before Dawn. You've got to check this brilliant Swedish Christian metal band out. You're going to love them if you haven't heard them already. I'm sure most of you have. The album's coming out on the 29th of March and you will love it. This is well worth getting hold of, guys. Highly recommended from me. Let me know if you're going to get it in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.